Thursday. Thursday is just Friday Junior, right? Alright, it's Tom, and I'm back with another demo video featuring the Sugar Britches crossover blend pedal, which I make. And today, the Fulltone OCD Germanium Edition, which I do not make, but which I do have. I really like this pedal. Although not necessarily always on bass. It's just a fun overdrive. It's fairly mellow. And so, let's try it out with the help of my lovely assistant, the Fender Dimension bass, double humbucker, completely stock, with the bass rolled off considerably because these strings are really just... I should just put new strings on, really. I mean, if you don't have good sounding strings, I mean, what do you have to live for, really? I mean, Wizard's Pizza. A lot of different kinds of food, actually. Anyway, so I just spent a very long time sitting here trying to decide whether the OCD was an inverting pedal, phase-wise, and eventually decided it's not a phase inverting pedal. It's just, it colors the tone enough when you crank it up that you can't really tell what it's doing. But in any case, I think what this pedal really does best is gentle, smooth overdrive. It actually makes a pretty decent always on, I just want to sound like I have an amp with me pedal for the pedal board, as much as it does an overdrive. Although I tend to run quite a lot of distortion when I'm running a supposedly clean tone, and no one really notices until I play by myself. I'm like, hey, are you really that distorted? I'm like, yeah. So the OCD by itself does tend to have a fairly mid-rangey character to it, in that it doesn't really pass all the bass like you really would want. If you're going to use it alone, I mean, you could, but that's alright, it's a guitar pedal. And you don't really necessarily want to send all the low frequencies to an overdrive anyway, because it quickly gets, a word is coming, right? Party. Especially if you send more bass to it from the bass. I mean, it can be a good tone or it can be a bad tone, depending on how much you want. It also has the high peak. So if you want to be more obvious with your overdrive. Let's turn both. Treble peak without it. Really emphasizes the sort of clang that's in the middle of these Kalium strings. They're Kalium's a custom gauge. Actually, they're a perfectly normal gauge for the way that I tune the bass, but I guess that is a custom gauge. Push it What if we just cross that over a little higher? Yeah, most of that's the sound of the bottle. Little bottle. And after all that, I kind of reject that. Let's go back to the subtle zone. Yeah, see, it's good for that. A little more wail in here, let it ring. I'm playing way too fast, but that's also very wailing, if you know what I mean. I've spent way too long on this. But, you know, I was focused.